Hello students, here it is numerical part based on basic electricity concepts. So first the formula list, here it is. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. If resistors are connected in series, total resistance increases. It becomes R1 plus R2. Then the current through each resistance remains the same, but voltage drop will be different. If R1 value is larger than R2, more voltage will get dropped across R1. If R2 is larger than R1, then more voltage will get dropped across R2. If both are same, then the voltage will get divided into two half parts. Then voltage divider rule, as two resistors are in series, directly we can calculate voltage drop across R2 as the voltage divider formula R2 upon R1 plus R2 into V. Across R2 voltage is to be calculated. So R2 upon total resistance R1 plus R2. If we need voltage across R1, the formula becomes R1 upon R1 plus R2 into V. Next, current divider rule, as resistors are connected in parallel. Here first we have to calculate the total resistance, that is parallel effective resistance R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Current can be calculated as V upon Rp. Then the total current that is used to find current through each branch, as total current I gets divided into two branches. I is equal to I1 plus I2. So how to calculate current through R1? For that, use in the numerator the parallel resistance value R2 upon R1 plus R2 into I. Next, voltage source. How to find output voltage, that is the voltage across load. Formula VL is equal to Vs upon 1 plus Rs upon RL. Rs is the source resistance. So this is the ratio as Rs to RL, which decides VL can be made equal to Vs if RL is very larger than Rs. Then the current source. IL is equal to IS only if RL upon RS ratio is very small, means RS should be very larger than RL. So in case of current source, internal resistance is in parallel with the current source. In case of voltage source, internal resistance is in series with that voltage source. Then the power calculation, as V into I or I square into R or V square upon R. If we know no load voltage as the same as source voltage, and when the load voltage decreases than the source voltage, the difference VNL minus VL upon the load current, that shows the value of internal resistance, that is the source resistance. Now let's try to calculate the part dependent on these formulae. First calculation. A DC source has no load voltage of 3 volt. No load voltage means that is equivalent to the source voltage. No load, when there is no load connected across the terminals of any energy source, that is nothing but the original energy source. It is to be considered as VNL as Vs. So that is 3 volt. Having internal resistance of 2 ohm, Ri or Rs equal to 2 ohm, it is connected to RL that can vary from 4 ohm to 10 ohm. Find variations in the terminal voltage of the source. So first let's try to make it out as the circuit format. So here it is. The voltage source with 3 volt, as it is DC source, plus minus markings are essential. Internal resistance, it is in series with the source. Then across the AB terminals of energy source, RL is connected as the varying resistor. It varies from 4 ohm to 10 ohm. As we know, the terminal voltage Vt is equal to Vs upon 1 plus Rs upon RL, this formula. So use accordingly. When RL1 is 4 ohm, Vs upon 1 plus Rs upon RL1, that will give us terminal voltage number 1 when RL1 is selected. So Vt1 equal to VL1. So that becomes 3 volt upon 1 plus 2 ohm upon 4 ohm. So that is 3 upon 1.5, which results to be 2 volt. So whenever in the source voltage is 3 volt, RL is of 4 ohm, output voltage will appear 2 volt. Means 1 volt will get dropped across the internal resistance. Second calculation, consider the maximum RL value of 10 ohm. So VT2 is equal to VL2 is equal to Vs upon 1 plus Rs upon RL2. It becomes 3 volt upon 1 plus 2 upon 10. So 3 upon 1.2. It results to be 2.5 ohm volt. Means when RL is of 10 ohm, output voltage is closer to source voltage, 2.5 volt. So how to find percentage variation? As how much is the maximum voltage appearing? 2.5 volt minus the lower voltage level 2 volt upon maximum voltage level 2.5 into 100. So 0.5 upon 2.5 into 100. So 1/5 part of 100, that is nothing but 20% variation. So in this case, if RL is made larger as compared to input resistance, then only it is possible to have VL equal to Vs. That type of logic we have to develop according to these numericals. So this confirms our theory concepts. So for that we have to do numericals. So the next calculation part is calculate internal resistance when the output voltage of a source drops from 100 volt with zero load current to 90 volt with load current of 2 ampere. Means the given information states that we have to find value of Ri when the output voltage of energy source, that is 100 volt with zero load current, means it is nothing but VNL, and 90 volt it is with load, that is current is also mentioned instead of the load resistance. So first given parameters we can write down, then we can conclude the calculation part. So given as VNL is nothing but Vs source voltage, that is 100 volt, VL is nothing but 90 volt, and load current is of 2 ampere. Now we have to calculate Ri. So how internal resistance or source resistance can be calculated? Internal resistance is nothing but VNL minus VL upon IL. So how much is the VNL? 100 volt minus 90 volt upon 2 ampere. So that is 10 upon 2. It results to be 5 ohm. So how much is the source resistance or internal resistance? Dependent on all these given parameters, it results to be 5 ohm. Similarly, let's try the next calculation. As a generator has open circuit EMF of 20 volt. Open circuit EMF means this is the energy source, okay, DC source, and open circuit EMF 20 volt, that is nothing but Vs. So Vs is nothing but open circuit voltage, VOC, that is the electromotive force, 20 volt. Its terminal voltage drops to 16 volt with RL of 40 ohm. Calculate internal resistance. So this is the circuit presentation. Source voltage of 20 volt. Internal resistance is to be calculated. RL is given 40 ohm. As we have the formula, VL is equal to Vs upon 1 plus Rs upon RL. Substitute the values. VL, how much it is? 16 volt. Terminal voltage, that is the load voltage, correct? So Vs mentioned 20 volt upon 1 plus Rs upon 40. So solve this equation. So in the denominator 40 plus Rs upon 40, denominator 40 comes in the numerator as the multiplier. So the equation becomes 16 is equal to 20 into 40 upon 40 plus Rs. By solving this equation, here we get Rs is equal to 10 ohm. So how much is the internal resistance? That is the 10 ohm, where 20 volt gets converted as the output voltage to be 16 volt. Let's try another such calculation part. VNL is given of 5 volt. VNL, no load voltage, means it is the source voltage, electromotive force, as VOC, open circuit voltage. So that is 5 volt. Internal resistance is 2 ohm. RL varies from 2 ohm to 12 ohm. So find variation in the terminal voltage. Already we have solved such type of calculation part. So here it is Rs in series with source voltage 5 volt, Rs 2 ohm across AB terminals. RL of varying nature is connected. So dependent on the variation, let's calculate the VL. So RL1 is 2 ohm, VL1 it results to be 2.5 volt. We know the formula Vs upon 1 plus Rs upon RL. RL here considered to be 2 ohm. Second calculation, when RL is at maximum level, that is 12 ohm. So VL2 is equal to Vs upon 1 plus Rs upon RL2. It results to be 4.286. And while calculating the percentage variation, here it is maximum voltage minus minimum voltage upon maximum voltage into 100. So here it approximately results to be 41.6%. You can ensure according to your calculation skill. So that was the answer. Let's try another examples. In this problem statement, current source is given of 1.5 milliampere. 1.5 milliampere and Ri of 3 kilo ohm. So here it is 1.5 milliampere current source, internal resistance which comes in parallel. So up to this is the current source. Across it load is connected which contains two resistors in parallel to each other. So R1, R2 form the parallel branch as the effective load resistance. Find current through 30 kilo ohm resistor. So R1 is of 10K, R2 of 30 kilo ohm. We have to find the value of I4. So first calculate the total load. R1 parallel with R2. So here it results as total load R1 parallel R2, R1 into R2 upon R1 plus R2. As the formula 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. The reciprocal, here it is R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Here it results to be 7.5 kilo ohm. So the total resistance, it has been converted into a simple format where RL is shown of 1.5 kilo ohm, current source of 1.5 milliampere. While calculating current through I4, we must know what is the main current, that is the I2, because Is gets divided into two branches, I1 and I2, and I2 is the main current for these two branches. So first let's calculate I2. So how to calculate I2? For that, here it is the current divider formula. To calculate I2 through RL, here it is Rs upon Rs plus RL into Is. So how much is the Rs? It is 3K, 3 into 10 raised to plus 3 upon total resistance, that is 10.5 into 10 raised to 3. Here it is of milliampere type. So 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. So here it results to be as approximately 0.4286 milliampere. So now here I2 part, it has been calculated. Now what is the necessary part? It is necessary to calculate I4. So here is the calculation for I4 again by using current divider formula. So I4 is equal to, as the main current for these two branches is I2, main current I2, current is to be calculated through R2. So consider the formula R1 upon R1 plus R2 into I2. So how much is the R1? It is 10K, 10 into 10 raised to 3 upon R1 plus R2, that is 40 kilo ohm, 40 into 10 raised to 3 into I2 0.4286 into 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to plus 3, here it gets cancelled, 1/4 part. So here it results to be 0.1072 milliampere. Okay, so here it should be 3 milliampere. Okay, so 0.1073 milliampere, that is the final value for I4. But try to understand main current Is, here it gets divided into two branches. First one as I1, that is current through internal resistance, and then I2. I2 gets divided into two load resistive branches. So for this I4 to be calculated, main current for this load branch is I2. So first we calculated total load resistance, then we calculated I2, and then dependent on I2, here it is the final value of I4. So again, let's try some calculation as the simple form. Soldering iron having power wattage of 25 watt connected to a supply of 200 volt. Find current through it and its internal resistance. So P is equal to V into I, we can calculate current. I is equal to P upon V. It results to be 25 upon 200, 1/8 part, that is 0.125 ampere. We can convert from ampere to milliampere, higher to lower, right side decimal point shifting, multiply by positive power of 10. So 0.125 into 10 raised to plus 3, it results to be 125 milliampere, correct. Next, second, as we know P is equal to V square upon R. R can be calculated as V square upon P. So 200 into 200 upon 25, it results to be 1600 ohm, which is nothing but the soldering iron's resistance is 1.6 kilo ohm. Soldering iron, it is the soldering gun that is used to fix the electronic component permanently on the printed circuit board. So by heating the terminal of that component and keeping soldering material closer to it, which gets melted, and that fixes that particular terminal of component on printed circuit board. So for that we need soldering iron. So this is the current and resistance calculation of soldering iron. Now the next calculation that is mentioned is a DC source has open circuit voltage VOC of 2 volt and internal resistance of 1 ohm. Obtain its equivalent current source representation. So current source representation is required. Basically, first let's try to find what is the voltage source part, internal resistance of 1 ohm and VOC, that is nothing but source voltage of 2 volt. So how to convert a DC voltage source into the current source? Here it is. If we short the terminal part, as AB terminals get shorted, current flows through it. So current can be calculated as V upon R. So here it shows 2 volt upon 1 ohm as 2 ampere current. So if we want to convert its equivalent current source, then as in case of current source, internal resistance gets connected in parallel. Here it is, equivalent current source sign as of 2 ampere, and this internal resistance getting connected in parallel with it. So this is the RS. So this is the equivalent current source presentation. Now the next point is, given current source is to be converted into voltage source. Here it is, the current source given of 0.2 ampere where internal resistance is of 100 ohm. RS or RI, this is IS. These are the output terminals A, B. So obtain an equivalent voltage source of the AC current source AC. Here it is mentioned current source is of AC type. So its equivalent voltage source is to be find out. So the open circuit voltage, here it can be calculated as VOC is equal to IS into RS. V is equal to I into R. So how much is the RS? IS to 0.2 ampere. RS 100 ohm. So it results to be 20 volt. So how to represent it as equivalent voltage source? Here it is, equivalent voltage source. Connect internal resistance in series with voltage source as it is the internal resistance. So this is ZS or ZI, internal impedance, as it is mentioned to be AC voltage source, AC sign, and how much voltage is essential? That is 20 volt. In this way, equivalent voltage source can be obtained if we calculate the open circuit voltage. So this completes the numerical part based on basic concepts of basic electricity.